President Trump delivers the address to Congress and the American people tonight at 7 o'clock. You can watch it right here. The president is expected to hit on a wide range of subjects from the economy to Iran. He's also expected to unveil new domestic policies aimed at tackling affordability. The president has been promising a lengthy address, as you heard. Today, we caught up with two members of Colorado's congressional delegation ahead of the speech tonight, one Democrat and one Republican. Here's News 5's Allison Zimmerman.
I spoke with Congressman Jeff Crank, a Republican who represents Colorado Springs, and our Scripps News Group's partners in Denver spoke with Brittany Pedersen, who represents several counties in Colorado, including Fremont and Teller counties.
I think that it's easy to feel hopeless right now. It's a very difficult time for so many Coloradans, and things are going to get worse because of the failures here in Washington and because of Donald Trump.
Obviously, excited to hear the president's speech and looking forward to talking about some of the things that we've done over the last year that will impact, that are impacting people's lives.
Two different viewpoints heading into tonight's State of the Union address. Representative Brittany Pedersen appearing alongside her guest for tonight, Tyler Guyton, an Evergreen High School shooting survivor.
I remember September 10th like it was yesterday, and I think that'll be the same throughout the rest of my life. That terror and anxiety and fear, it diminishes over time, but it always remains a part of me. And I'm grateful to be here, but it's time for some change.
We're here to focus on the changes that we need to enact and what we need to do together to actually address some of the urgent needs here in our communities, and to bring policy proposals, not just to fight back against what's happening, but also come together on what we need to change to build the future that our kids deserve.
Representative Crank is bringing former El Paso County Clerk and Recorder and current County Treasurer Chuck Broerman as his guest. While he was Clerk and Recorder, Broerman opened an office on Fort Carson. He also testified in favor of voter ID laws in the state, which Crank supports.
To kind of highlight that, I asked Chuck if he wanted to come out and be a guest to talk about, how important it is to pass the Save America Act and to implement voter ID, but also to help the men and women who fight for us and serve us in the military to be able to vote.
Congressman Crank says he expects the president to also touch on Golden Dome, a project that could bring more defense jobs to the area. President Trump announced last year Space Command would no longer be headquartered at Peterson Space Force Base in the Springs. Instead, it will move to Huntsville, Alabama.
The day that the Space Command decision was made, I said that day that I believe that 5 years from now, there'll be much more space business in Colorado Springs than there is today. And I firmly believe that. And we're working with the administration to try and get some of the roles and missions that will be integral to Golden Dome in Colorado Springs.
Immigration and the economy are two of the hot topics the president is expected to touch on tonight. You can watch the full speech tonight here on News 5 right after our newscast. In the newsroom, Allison Zimmerman, News 5.
Allison, thank you. Continuing our coverage tonight, we reached out to other state lawmakers to find out who they chose as their guests for tonight. Republican Congresswoman Lauren Boebert is bringing State Senator Byron Pelton, who represents part of the Eastern Plains and lives in her congressional district. Our Democratic senators are highlighting immigration tonight. Senator Michael Bennet is bringing the executive director of Casa de Paz, a nonprofit that helps immigrants and refugees. Senator John Hickenlooper will bring a 20-year-old college student who was detained by ICE following a traffic stop on the western slope.